Peeked.
And Shell's ready to receive this player here. You can see he's holding back passive, expecting there to be some CT aggression up at this corner. degster still lands that opening frag though. Drawing first blood here in today. Kicking things off, finding the man advantage for the Spirits camp. Looking for the second player as well. They haven't kept their eyes up on top mid. Now he's seen the bomb and he's dropped it. Third kill on SHOOWTiME could shut down your player to watch very early on into this round. Mir comes in out towards short control, gets that kill, and Young found a kill in the interim as well. And zqkS in a 1 versus 5. This is not happening. Nice and efficient. Contact sees a couple of players here, maybe even have seen the bomb. No, there's too many players that you have to deal with here. He's going to have to try and fall back. Young will take engagement, tag up Chow, and finally Mir comes in with a kill out towards short. 2 kills, 3 kills found. Can he make it a triple? Not quite. zqkS finds the trade.
SDY is just pulling distraction. All he's trying to do is just bait in more players looking towards connector. One swing out for the short position. Easy kill coming in for magixx, and FUR is now going to try and clutch a 1 versus 4. So much emphasis on that mid take out from Mir, and they just all start working together. AWP catches that 1 lurk out from the apartments. FUR's been seen in connector. Shouldn't be anything that he can find from here. Does get away with 1 kill, so a little bit of extra damage.
What with the 1 frag? 25 seconds, however, to get back up to short, and so long as 1 CT player stays alive, that's going to be more than fine. Magisk is giving up his position, though. Not quite a frag being found, but damage has been done to the man. magixx finally deals with the final one. Grabbing that AK. Time's running short. I'm going to go for that split in the end. Chopper and degster to deal with it. Chopper does find the kill out towards Palace, and the AWP almost lines up too. SHOOWTiME can trade it. Chow can also get Chopper to a 3 versus 2 overall. The AK of SDY is on site, seeing them both, finds the 1 frag out of sandwich, and magixx can get the next kill on the last player. For his own backstab here towards underpass. He can catch both these players to connect to remove those tag ups. AWP gets caught, the bomb gets dropped, and now they realize they're in trouble. The Spirit are just going to sit on this bomb, and magixx going to wait for his opportunity. Swung upon by FaZe, so he does detect it back, but Mir picks up the AWP, turns it into SHOOWTiME's frag, and it's a 4-on-3 for Spirit, making it 2 as FUR fails, and Fasten and Chow are all that remain.
Just trying to see if they could do some more damage for this one, but even Mir doesn't even have to do everything on his own because he's got the support from his other players. Fasten does get away with 1 kill, no more than that. 7 rounds on the trot now for
away from any sort of contact play. Nice nades on zqkS, tanks a lot of damage to that Molotov. The AK spray, SHOOWTiME gets that opening frag with degster there for the trade, and there's 2 players here towards the defensive line.
And that stack out to B is actually probably going to drive Imperial away, realizing that there was 3 on B. They dealt with that first player to get that trade back onto magixx. They've left at least a little bit of emphasis now out towards connector, and SDY is waiting for the wrap in murder hole.
Slow walk of Fasten. Bring out towards the site itself, and he gives up the angle by slow walking up the stairs, looking to the back of the site, not to the front, not where the CT players are holding from a spawn. And even zqkS can't get away with a pick back. AWP of degster doesn't even need it. The deagle will come out to get a frag, and FUR can finally trade Chopper, but he's got 3 more to find. He's overwhelmed by numbers, and SDY closes the round 9-0 for Spirit. Pistols out, Chopper's out in the open, they've walked right past him, the flashbang does kind of bail them out, so they can get that 1 kill in at least. SDY holding close towards the danger plant, FUR moving closer, degster's AWP is around the corner, SDY gets his kill in, 2 players to line up, SDY gets 1, FUR trade back to a 3 versus 2, making it 1, and actually Imperial have been able to isolate the opportunities here. FUR not tagged, magixx can get the trade onto him though, he's at a 1v3. At last for Imperial, and of all rounds it had to be the half by Hero Galil. Showing the placement of the utility. Nades, flashes, smokes, whatever. Oh, look at the kill for Chopper to start things off here. Fasten can trade it back real quick though. zqkS death does not go in vain. SHOOWTiME trying to make magixx and Mir's death in vain instead. Trades back on the M4, 3-on-3. AWP of degster, force forward, gets the 1 frag, trying to turn on for the second, can't quite do so. SDY gets fast in though, so FUR is all alone. Bombs out in the open, needs to win the fight on Mir, and he does at the edge of the smoke. SDY now knows exactly where he is. 16 points of health versus the 100 for SDY. FUR's got to go for the bomb plant here. If he plants open for CT, he's in trouble.
Yeah, where does he plant from? Try and plant open for connector. Oh, fake it out. Try and draw SDY into the open. Oh, no, the timing as he goes back over to the bomb plant. Molly going in, and Spirit has still got 3 on B.
Sprays on tags for Mir. magixx falling back fast and gets his kill in and doubles up. Player on the back line, seeing several, getting tags involved, but can't get the kills against him here. Expecting Fasten to wrap the corner, get 3 kills on him, and he saves the round, bails out Imperial. FUR gets traded, but it's a 3v2 that fails Imperial still.
Well, fast in being fast on that one. My goodness, what a triple entry out to the B side. And now it just comes down to the rotators, both out from market.
Fastin so close towards position as well. He wants this ace. The timing's right, he could line it up. M4 rounds, zqkS gets the kill instead. It's all left to degster. One man standing, Fastin starting to take face. They heard the footstep, and he gets the quadra. What a round from him. What a defensive itself.
It seems like it's another set piece out to the A side. Chopper's getting aggressive though.
And he gets dealt with by Fastin as a result. Fast round could come through. Dexter's got that scout out in the open. He does find the kill on SHOOWTiME. Fastin dealt with by XDY. zqkS around the corner with the AWP. And now he's got a challenge onto that deadly scout at degster. Looking back towards jungle, nades into the back lines of the site itself. 3v3. Bombs get to commit. All of Spirit are here, and so are all of Imperial.
It all just comes down to, did they take the fight straight away? They know there's a player out for Tetris now.
Magixx in with a kill on to Chow. Molotov in against him, 3v2. The bomb's being gained by the CT side as well. They can grab some AKs. Spurs working in from the pick. Magixx turns around the SMG regardless. Another kill for him. And zqkS with the AWP stands alone in his own clutch scenario, his own 1v3. A bit of a better weapon by comparison to what Dexter had in the previous. But can he turn it into a round itself? Spirit are playing in close towards him. Seen that first player, gets tagged up minimally, smoke back, but Dexter lands the shot and he gets his 2K involved to end off with a fantastic. Not much else that they can do here in this series. Have to get it going here on the pistol to try and recover. Chow drops that bomb carrier. Mir and Dexter immediately find 2 kills to return. Fur tapping through the USP, backed up behind the ticket booth. 4v3 scenario. Backup's got to get here because they might have to see the bomb site itself. zqkS next to face and next to fall. SHOOWTiME desperate to get something out here. That may could do some decent damage, but the headshot still landed by Dexter. 3 kills to his name, and Fur left alone.
He just stuck out towards CT. Almost nothing he can do from here. Try and isolate some individual duels, but it's just not going to happen. And even look at that discipline coming.
Chow back in the back corner, trying to look out of jail up on the van position. Chow, SDY, Smear, getting all the kills between those 2 players. The 3v3 scenario do so, not quite.
There we are.
Get there in the end, bomb plant will be secured. Get the kill back on Fastin to leave it in a 3 versus 2 scenario. zqkS and Fur got to go back and say they've got to get something into the next round because there is no buy.
Oh, you've got to go for this, right, though. You're down by this kind of margin. Just try and see if you can get the retake together. At least they find that first kill. The AWP gets caught off, and Fur's now the last one left. Without a kit, he's got to get these 2 kills in quickly, get onto that bomb. Might be able to catch off that first player, but now it's all down to SDY, just playing out towards the side, just playing out the time. The bomb gets tapped. Fur's really got to get on it, get this kill instantly. Does find it, but with no kit in play, it's not going to happen to get the retake together. Save onto the AWP, bring it into the next round. A decent retake, Jay, but it makes you think that they really needed that defuse kit there. Being able to drive Fur away and just allow Magixx to get free range of mid.
Oh, he's seen him. Gets the headshot. Fur to fall. Missed smoke there against the incendiary. Could have easily extinguished that. Now going to suppression utility instead on the Spirit side, but Imperial, good nade placement against the 2 players up on that short control. Chow can actually get 2 easy cracks for it, and the AWP as zqkS can drive back in. Suddenly Imperial with 3-on-2 advantage now. Backed up on SHOOWTiME, watching as the AWP fires back, can't connect the kill. Young lines up 2 more, and suddenly the AWP's left to clutch it. Got to save Imperial in this map up, in this match. 35 HP, tagged him, and Chopper finds the kill shot. 16-4, a dominant force for Spirit. Either as they do get that short control, playing very fast into it. 2 CTs to receive here. Fur's very low, and he's dead. He does get away with a good kill, however, but SDY overwhelms him and it's back up, and immediately the A site is gained by Spirit.
And even for Magixx, just him staying around for the long position gives them the indication that it's just going to be a retake in for that short position. Bomb plant going in, open towards long.
4-on-3 scenario. Imperial going in for the retake with the utility on SHOOWTiME, but only 1 player with Kevlar. Nice nade on Chopper will do damage towards him, 47 HP, but can they get the kill against it? Now flashbang definitely indicates so as he catches it right to the face, still takes the face here, but it's Dexter to bail him out. Headshot in, and Chopper still lines up 2 frags, still lines up the pistol round.
Even having a little bit of an emphasis on a walk setup towards the upper tunnels. Spirit trying to fake the short smokes, though.
Walk out towards CT, get the headshot in, not ready for further, who's also down at CT spawn. Can't win a second fight though, Mir with the trade. Smoke back to disallow the AWP for doing it. But fast is out towards mid control. He's wrapped out along, only gets that one frag. Trade comes in a 3 versus 2. And now it all rests on ckzao to hold the defensive in the front corner. zqk can rotate. Will they check this corner? Flash is going over. SDY does check it. Get the spray transfer back in. See the AWP to cross. Smoke should get put up here towards the B doors and it should get planted pretty easy.
Oh, they had some decent kills there for Imperial, just creating a lot of chaos as the T's fake the short commitment, go in mid to B. They went out quite dry, didn't they? Check the left-hand side. AWP trying to save, but the Hunt squad, it's coming in.
zqk get even more damage being done to the T side line. Imperial's damage numbers have been pretty high. Spirit have taken tons of reinvestment rounds to get to this position. SDY has seen his man. ZQK connects a secondary kill. Jump face against degster. AK heard the footstep. Flashed out, Molotov the way, however, all sorts of utility being thrown in by the Spirit side. The bomb needs to cross to the site itself. Degster gets the kill on ZQK. Finally dealing with one player towards Car. Fur with the return to a 4-on-4. Looking for Mir next up. Orphan engagements against his man. Does tag damage to allow Mir a line up fast in with 2. SHOOWTiME gets the AWP involved. Hold on. It's all up to SDY. Got to win a fight against both. SHOOWTiME could go down. No, the AWP secures it. And Spirit a little done by Spirit. Might be more worth it to hold the Eagles here. Incendiary's up. ZQK falling back. Mir tank to 19. Chopper getting fast in out towards long control. Or pin. Shot for ZQK on the first player. Looking for a second. Eventually lands it. Magixx her, but Domes one more. And now suddenly it's a 3v1 as Magixx makes it a triple. And Imperial fall apart.
Oh no! Up against the eco out of all things. And look, now the enemy.
Pretty good eco for them. 6-1, SHOOWTiME. They have to hold on to the SMG. Try to grab one of those damage. Team comp Magixx actually is a little bit better for him. 2 HP for the man. And the AWP ZQK finish off the job. Good shot to the first player. Not caught on a second. He's looking for Chopper at the car angle. The sprays continue with the AKs. The Spirit try and find some sort of trade through this smoke. First flash forward. Gets that one more frag. Chopper can turn it back to a 4 versus 3. But it's a man advantage favor of the CT's forces. They still haven't got the bomb down and they might not get it at all now. degster going to find a response. Molotov's in. Forced back to passive here. ZQK does not offer up his angle. ZQK gets the kill.
Third one in the
back or something, or I don't know what's going on there. His movement is all sorts of weird here for teams. Failing those nades over the Fur. He's pushing forward to the marker though. Sees the kill on the first man. Good reaction response. Flashed out will keep him away. Falls back away. Meanwhile, the spray coming in towards the mid doors. Doesn't catch off the kill against Mir. Doesn't for a little bit of tag damage. Edge of the smoke, however, he sees Fur and gets the trade to a 4v4. Yeah. They have no info to the contrary. Chopper diving straight in towards the CT spawn. What can he cut off from rotations? Or just look towards ZQK throwing utility out. The spray of the KRIMZ easy. It's all on fast in out in the open. Flashbang does blind off Mir. Chopper's also going to get caught, but SDY gets the trade. And now the advantage is gained with degster finishing off SHOOWTiME. And ckzao is left alone to clutch.
Just picks going everywhere. You can see for a moment the Chopper was sort of struggling, and SDY and degster are just those guys.
That's pretty difficult from the short and CT spawn positions.
Mir is just walking into mid that's open.
Buzz walking into short, which is contested by one good player. It does catch fast instead, and Magixx the trade back on Fur's response. So 2 for 1. So yeah, we'll grab it in the end. He's got plenty of time to do so. Smoke's coming in for the CT side to try and overwhelm degster. Magixx there to save him. The AWP does get overwhelmed, and Magixx there with his triple. ZQK, also the last man left here towards the short control. And this one is starting to really fall apart now for Imperial.
Even the re-smoke player towards top mid too should be able to catch off the AWP. What a round coming in for Magixx, and what's incredible
in mid. He might get one if he extends far enough. He's just got to deal with fast in close range. Either that or go for the backstab later on. Re-smoke down to SHOOWTiME being close, dealt with by Magixx. Sees 2 more players, gets the kills back in. Scour Fur does land one good headshot, but now's the time for the T's to striking at the bomb plant down. 2v2, they are low HP though from Imperial.
Bomb plan coming in for Chopper. Fur not extending completely out for the window position, grouping up with his teammate now.
Head tucked in, Incendiary back. Should force him out of the way, he can't afford to stick around too long. Doesn't extend around the corner though. Mir watching as the smoke from the B door starts to clear up soon. Time running short. Flashes. Can go for the entries. Creek out, takes his fight fast in, loses, gets the kill on the secondary player as well. And first should have enough time to get this defused together. And it looks like it will be a 3rd round to get a consolation prize from Imperial. At 12-3, though, Spirit still maintain a significant lead of Dust 2. Map pick, double flash and smoke for zqkS. Molotov in for SHOOWTiME. And again, the smoke is what you already put out towards Xbox. It's Degster in with the opening couple of frags. Actually, only one frag instead. Damage under the second man, and Mir's going to try and lean forward to the mid control with blind shots from Chopper connected to zqkS.
Oh, Mir's starting to overextend, but he still wins the fight on Fur, and he's looking to do even more. And magixx on the other side of this smoke. B gets another one. The bomb's been dropped now.
Magixx not even needed. Mir's about to get a triple, not quite. zqkS shuts him down, fasting as a trade back, but now Magixx extends, gets the kill. zqkS such low HP, and it's clinical shots for the 13. Around this angle, the nade. How much damage is that going to do? Oh, down on 3 players. Not a massive amount, but still pretty significant. And the SMG finally gives up the ghost for fasting. They get the opening frag.
Chopper out to this pit position. Might be able to have sort of a bait set up if the NWP takes that first contact, but for Imperial, that was a good find.
Chopper down in towards pit, not detected here by the Imperial side. Gets that one frag. Degster there's support with deagle, and he gets 2 kills. The SHOOWTiME falling on the short control towards Mir, and 15. Yeah, and that is a little bit sucky. Again, a bit of a curveball being thrown out against Heroic with the Ancient pick, but now against Spirit, it's just been establishment of perfect control, perfect rounds, perfect shooting from Degster as well. Just to go out in his own blaze of glory here. Deagle up, nades coming in, trying to see if they can do damage towards him. 4v3 scenario for the Spirit side.
Just confidence peaking, really coming in. Finally, a bit of a walk up towards long. Fasting might be able to get an entry towards the side, but even that's not possible.
Now, SHOOWTiME and smoke up on the short control. Galil facing. Magixx wins that fight. And Chow with the deagle, with it all to do, with everything in the clutch to keep themselves alive in this matchup. And Degster lets him go no further. 16-3, a dominating force here on Dust 2 for Spirit. To 2-0 Imperial straight out of the lower bracket.
And what a scary